Hi everyone, Sarah Eggers here from saraheggers.com. I am a certified expert in ConvertKit and I am also a web developer. So most of you will know me through all of the designs I do with custom templates. Today, this is just a quick, less than 5 minutes rundown of forms. There's going to be other videos after this, but I've ran across people who've had a lot of questions about forms, and we're just going to quick dive into it. So when you first log into ConvertKit, your main screen is going to be your subscriber overview and your forms. In your subscriber overview, you can hover over and see how many people subscribed and what forms they subscribed through. Now, when you scroll down, you're going to see all of your forms. You're going to also notice I have a certain naming convention, and I recommend you come up with your own, or please feel free to go ahead and grab mine. So here you're going to be using if you notice, I have some that say blog. That means that these forms are embedded in a blog post. If it's a sidebar, it means I have these sign up forms embedded in a sidebar. And if it, like modal for desktop, this means it is a pop-up for a desktop. Website form, this is just generically, always on my form, it's generic, hey, join the newsletter. Okay, and one thing I do want to tell people, there's a reason there's an archived button. Please archive your forms, don't delete it. And the only time that you're going to archive a form is when you're no longer accepting signups for it. So an example, if you are creating a landing page for a webinar and the webinar has passed, you're going to archive it. And so it's going to go into the archived section. And the reason you don't want to delete them is because later on, you may want to know who signed up through those forms. So as you can see, webinar, 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 a sidebar incentive that wasn't doing so well, some of these old incentives that I am archiving. You can't really do pop-ups on mobile, so that got archived as well. You'll want to see how their conversion rates did. And let's say you have a webinar and it's a landing page. Well, you're probably going to want to, instead of recreate it, you're probably going to want to copy it. You can go into settings, other options, duplicate this landing page, and that way you don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time you're going to have a newsletter opt-in, or every single time you're going to create a landing page for a webinar. Just like it says, archive this landing page. You can also activate it again. If this was live, you could go ahead and archive it here. So that is the quick rundown on forms right now. So like I said, forms is on that main page. Please don't delete the forms unless you know you won't need any of that information. This is why you have an archive button. Also consider a naming convention so you remember where these opt-ins are. Where did you embed these forms? All right, once again, I'm Sarah Eggers. I'm a certified ConvertKit expert, and this was your introduction to forms.